Welcome to today's podcast. We'll discuss an interesting topic, how what happens to us in our childhood affects the choices we make as adults, especially regarding crime. We'll refer to the important reasons like adverse childhood experience and adult criminality, and chapter 4 of criminal behavior and psychological approach. Let's get started. The link between childhood experiences and adult crime is complicated, but very important. Our first reading talks about the adverse childhood experiences, ACEs. These are painful events that can affect our child's life, like abuse, neglect, or problems at home. Studies show that these experiences can increase the chances of someone getting involved in crime as they age. Children who face ACE often struggle with managing their emotions, getting along with others, and building healthy relationships. These struggles can lead to harmful behaviors like acting aggressively, abusing drugs, and engaging in criminal acts as they grow up. So why are these experiences so meaningful? It has to do with how the brain develops. Trauma and neglect can change the way children's brain grows, especially in areas that control decision making, impulse control, and emotional regulation. These changes can make it more likely for them to commit crimes later on. Let's look at chapter 4. Criminal behavior, a psychological approach. This chapter introduces another idea. Crime is not something we're born with. We learn from our environment and the people around us. This is called social learning theory, which Albert Bandura and others created. This theory says that we learn from watching others, like our parents, friends, and even what we see in the media. Children who grow up in neighborhoods where crime is expected might start to think that violence, stealing, and lying are okay ways to deal with problems. It shows how easily kids can copy behaviors they see around them. Let's also talk about things that can increase the likelihood of someone committing a crime, especially when these challenges pile up. For example, consider a case study of several men where multiple risk factors affected their lives. Neglect or abuse of their parents caused emotional problems and difficulty in making friends. Many exposures to crimes in their neighborhoods made illegal activities feel normal. Ongoing psychological issues from past traumas or violence led them to unhealthy ways to cope. But there are good news. Certain protective factors can help reduce the risk of turning to crime. Having a caring adult in their lives can change a child's perspective, and learning to pause and think before acting can lead to better choices. Some of these cases have a solid fear of physical harm, and going to jail can stop someone from committing crimes. However, how reliable is fear? Changing harmful thoughts patterns and it's important for many individuals, especially those who grow up without proper consequences or face harsh punishment. According to our reading, the cognitive behavior therapy CBT can benefit young people facing these problems. CBT helps people change negative thoughts that may lead them to crime. Imagine these young men had learned to recognize and change their thoughts that made them aggressive or led them to break the law. Such help could be significant significantly lower their chances of committing crimes in the future. Also, social learning strategies like mentorship or positive role models can be very important. Introducing these young individuals to role models who have overcome similar challenges can provide them with helpful tools for dealing with life difficulties. Lastly, let's explore the connection between drugs and crime. In our case study, many of these men had strong ties to illegal drugs. To understand this connection, we can look at Goldstein's tripartite model, which explains three main drugs and crime interaction. 1. The pharmacological model suggests that drugs can make people's judgments worse and increase aggression, leading them to commit crimes. 2. Economical compulsive model says that some people may steal to pay their drug habits. Number 3. The systematic model examines how involvement in the illegal drug market leads them to more crime. In the case studies, some men likely engage in crime to fund their drug habit, fitting it into economic compulsive model. The need to buy drugs often drives individuals to commit crimes they might otherwise avoid. The connection between experiences in childhood and how children learn and later criminal behavior is complicated. However, getting help early can really change things. This can include changing the good examples children see, offering support, and helping with mental issues. Churches and community groups can play an important role by providing positive support, mentoring young people, and creating a place where individuals can think about their actions and work to improve themselves. Thank you for listening to today's podcast.